Thank you for tuning in to another edition of the End of Day Report with yours truly, Dex the Algo Capitalist, aka the Vulcan, coming to you live from PulseWaveTrading.com, home of the world famous PulseWave Price Trigger Reports. You know what it is, you know how we do, and we get it in. All right, being that tonight is my celebration for my daughter's birthday, I figured I would just come and give you just a quick end of day report. So didn't want to leave you hanging. I started not to do one, but I said, let me hurry up and just do a quick one real quick. So that's what we're going to do. All right. So first one we have on the list here is AMD, Advanced Micro Devices. All right. So we have a crash alert on this one for tomorrow's trading, as it is appearing that we have a possible double top thing going on here on the daily chart. Trend line support around the $70 mark would be our profit target. Next on the agenda, we have ticker QLGN. All right, so Qualogen. This one has a crash alert for tomorrow's trading, as it appears that price action is looking like it may drop further below the Kumo cloud. So we'll have to keep our eye on this one. Next, we have NVIDIA. The ticker is NVDA. So as you can see here, from the rally alert that we got back here, we've been getting a lot of nice upward trajectory, a lot of production on that rally alert. So right now, the trade is still long on that one. Exxon Mobil, ticker XOM. As you can see here, we had the primary crash alert here, secondary crash alert here, and the market is still falling. I expect it to continue to slide further despite what's going on in the Gulf with the storms. The next one we have is gold futures, still consolidating up here. Not a lot of conviction. We're getting a lot of back and forth flip-flopping going on here. And right now we're still under the auspices of the rally alert. The daily, the weekly bearish trend momentum reading has now come off. All right, so right now the trade is still to the long side of the market until it isn't. Moving right along here, we have silver futures. So silver futures has a rally alert for tonight into tomorrow's trading. It's bucking up against resistance and threatening to break out topside and try to get itself back up to around the $30 mark. So this one is being watched very carefully to see where we go from here. Will we stop the possible correction and turn back into locking in a bull trend, or will it be something else? We shall see. We shall see. All right, so here is the euro dollar. Looking at the forex side of things, got a bearish weekly trend momentum reading. We got this crash alert back here that we got a little bit of downside production, and it looks like we may have a lot more downside production coming, as I think we're gonna get closer to this trend line support down here. So this one right now, on the momentum side of things, the bears are in control of the market until the market decides it wants to lock back in and start breaking out again. All right, next we have the euro yen. All right, so the euro yen seems to be running out of steam on this uptick here, this little dead cat bounce. The primary and secondary crash alerts are still in play. I think the rally, as you can see here, is starting to be sold off. Trend line support is the initial target on this corrective move. Looking at the mighty Bitcoin. So we have a rally alert for tonight into tomorrow's trading on Bitcoin. Even though we got the bearish weekly trend momentum reading, looks like this market wants to try to give back some of what it lost here in the down thrust. The bears were in control for a little bit. Now I think the bulls are going to try to wrestle back control of this market. If they fail, then 10,500 support is probably going to be where it ends up. Looking at Ethereum now, sticking to the crypto side of the pond. All right, so a little bit of flip-flopping going on here too. Market's trying to decide what it wants to do. You had a rally alert, got no production, reverse, now it has a crash alert, then a reverse, now we're back with another rally alert. So this one is trying to decide what it wants to do. What does Ethereum want to be when it grows up? Is it going to lock back in this upward trend, or is it going to keep playing games here and remain in a corrective state? And if it continues like this, you run the risk of bears coming in and saying, oh, this is a top in the market. Let's bring it back down to the trend line support around the 330 mark. All right, that will be a big owie for longs. Taking a look at Litecoin. So Litecoin is still operating under the crash alert we had back here, getting that downside production. Trend line support is not too far away, and that is still our initial target. All right, let's see. This one here is an equity. Ticker is SSPXF. So Sam, Paul, X-Ray, Foxtrot. Got a rally alert for this one for tomorrow's trading. Looks like the crash alerts now. We've gotten that downside production. It looks like the market is already satisfied with getting close enough to the trend line support, and looks like it wants to have a technical bounce tomorrow in tomorrow's session. Looking at the bond market, the ticker here is TLT. So right now, this is where we are, and this is a nice little weird one. So we had the crash alerts back here, back to back. Got this incredible downside production. Now you got the rally alert, got that nice upside production. Now the market's pulled back and trying to decide, does it want to come back up again? So right now, technically speaking, the bulls still have the edge. As it looks like this pullback here is going to be well supported around the top of the trend line. I'm sorry, top of the Kumo cloud to work its way back up toward the trend line resistance. So this is a really interesting type of a price action here on the bond market. Keep in mind too, bonds aren't doing what they could really be doing because remember they're being backstopped heavily by the Fed and has been for the last 20 years. All right, this next one here, this is some type of a mutual fund. The ticker is APPL, Apple Seed Fund. Someone requested this, so it looks like your NAV is at $11.76. The bears, though, technically speaking, still have control of this one. All right, so until that momentum shifts back up and it locks back in, we'll see if it can really start a bull market. It's trying to shift from a bear market perspective bias to a bull market bias. All right, so we shall see on that one. All right, next up we got Apple, which will be splitting in a few days. And as you can see here, the trajectory is to the top side. You got your rally alert here, and the market just keeps going. It's getting real high up in here, man. $500, man. I mean, come on. I don't know. The trade is still to the long side, though, until it isn't. If you're long that market, you want to start protecting profit right away. All right, here's Tesla. Stock split. Here we go. It's coming up. All right, you got a $2,100 stock. The trajectory is just arced higher. You know, at some point, though, it will pull back. You need to lock in those profits as much as possible. Don't get your face ripped off on these. All right, you got to manage these open positions. All right, the next one we have here is Amazon, which is a powerhouse, $3,400 stock. Rally alert right here. Market's still moving up. The pulse waves are just right on point with these, man. They're just letting you know what's happening. A lot of these are getting nice little trends. Facebook just exploded. All right. I had a feeling it wanted to go to 300. Remember, I told you that back here with this rally alert. It's acting like it wants to go to 300. That's exactly what it did today. It went to 303. It's hard to fight the tape, man. This has been one of those weird stocks, but what are you going to do? It's been a weird stock, a very weird stock. You've had pullbacks, but they've been very temporary. Like you got to take profits quickly when you see them, and then get ready to reverse and get long. So this has been a weird one. What can I tell you, man? What can I tell you? All right, the next one here is Microsoft, and as you can see here on Microsoft. Rally alert back here. Markets just keep marching on. It just keeps on marching on. What can you say? There is nothing you can say. The market is still doing what it's doing. Bull market. The trade is to the long side of the market until it isn't. These little pullbacks have been short-lived. All right, here's Netflix. Netflix just exploded today as well. What a powerful move in Netflix. I can't explain that. That is crazy. Crazy move. Crazy, crazy move. Let's look at how this one looks. So, you know, you had your rally alert back here. You had your secondary rally alert right here. So you post-wave traders, if you followed the script and you had your you followed the game plan on how to do this, you should have been in a position to catch all of this breakout today. For you, those of you that trade Netflix, if you're a trader of Netflix, is one of those stocks you like to trade, there's no reason why you should have missed this today. If you follow the rules on how to use the system, you got two. You had the rally here, you had another one right here, just a few days before this move today. So the system gives you time to get in there, because remember, the pulse waves can lead the market 3 to 5 days out on average. All right, and this is what you've been seeing here. So, bam, day 4 from the secondary rally alert, bam, you get all this upside production. All right, a lot of production. I don't know what to tell you on that one. It is what it is, okay? All right, next one we got here is a request. They want to see NAC. So let's go ahead and pull up the NAC, and then we will call it a night. Ticker is NAK, Northern Dynasty Minerals. All right, and this one here. Whoa. All right, so you had the crash alert back here. It gave you the production. If you stayed with it, you captured this down move here and the continuation pattern here. Now the market is preparing itself for a rally alert for tomorrow. So this is one of those where you would have, you know, if you were shorting a cheap stock like this, which I wouldn't recommend, but if you did, this is a situation where you start to get it, you liquidate those shorts and get ready to get long, because these rally backups could be quite powerful at times on some of these, you know, cheaper stocks, penny stocks especially. So rally alert for tomorrow on this one. I don't know what else to tell you on that one. All right, so with that being said, you guys, remember, bulls make money, bears make money, and pigs get slaughtered. So remember to take what you can and give nothing back. And the rest of you, come on over to PulseWaveTrading.com. That way you won't have to wait for the end-of-day report to come out. You can get your reports delivered right to you in the dashboard. All you got to do is log in, and you can peep game for the following trading day. All right, so see you guys in the AM, and I am out. Peace.